Hey kids, so still in lesson six, level six, and still in A, that dog, and I want to discuss overriding the equals method right here in this set. And what the heck does that mean? Now, if you recall the two-string method, when you create an object, it comes with a two-string method. That is a method of the object class. So every object you create has that. It's just to make it work, sometimes we need to override it like we did here. So we often just override the two-string method, but then we can still refer to the two-string method. There is also an equals method that every object comes with, kind of pre-installed. But sometimes to make it work properly, you need to override it. So let's talk about this a little bit. So here is that method, and why does it work? Well, first things first, in line 34, you need to start with public Boolean equals, and then it's an object, and object is kind of a general term, if you will, and it's the other object that we are comparing. So if you recall, it's going to be something dot equals, and then parentheses is going to be the other object. So that's what we did back here to make this work. If you recall what we did over here in the pet store, we said pet dot equals the other object that we were comparing it to. So that is the way it has to start out. And then really what we're doing is, I think it's easier if I go down here, we are simply checking if the other object is the same as this one that we currently have by reference. Are they pointing to the same place? So it's like this dot equals, and in parentheses would be the other object. If it's true, then we'll return true. Then we're going to check if the other object is an instance of the dog class. If it is not, then it will return false. So that's what that is. And then what we want to do next, in other words, it's if they're the same, great. If they're not, cool. Next, we want to check on the instance variables. Like maybe they really are dogs and the instance variables on this are the same. In this one, we just want to see if the ages are the same, because if the ages are the same, we want to make sure we return that dog. And so what we do is, just like we casted a variable to like an int or to a double, we can cast this other object to a dog. And we'll call that the other dog. So it's a dog object called other dog, and it's the other object that is being cast to a dog object. And then what we do is we just check the current object's age to the other dog's age. That's what we do. We'll talk more about this, and I'll try to keep reinforcing this throughout the rest of these exercises that we go through. But and I think I'll get better explaining this as well. But this is linked in Schoology. So download this, read this, kind of keep it handy. And then nice to know, you might have to write a couple of these methods, but I think the methods will be pretty straightforward.